Hey guys, I don't know if I'm gonna post this video. I'm kind of just been reading some of the comments you guys left on my video yesterday, or I guess 2 days. I don't even know. I've slept multiple times in between that time period, so you can kind of guess what I'm up to these days lately. But I've been reading some of those comments, and I've been getting kind of rage baited, and I've been thinking about it a lot because I have a lot of time to think about stuff right now, and I just want to talk about it. Just like kind of tell you, oh my fucking god, if going forward the stupid code thing becomes like a rage bait thing, I don't want to see this type of argument from my viewers because one, I think it's a stupid argument, and two, I think learning this, what I'm about to tell you in this video, might actually help you in your life. So pay the fuck attention, okay? If you're one of these people who left one of these comments, I want you to know something, okay? So the comment that's been rage baiting me a little bit, and I think is really stupid. It's not stupid because it's wrong, but it's stupid because it's wrong. And the comment goes something like this: Bedlam, you really shouldn't. Hold on, how do I say this? Fuck. Let me find the example comment exactly so I can get it right. Actually, I'll just say, first of all, you know, most of the comments are really supportive, and I really appreciate it. So, you know, a lot of you guys are really nice about it, and I love y'all. You know, most of you, this actually doesn't even apply. It's just for the few of you, kindness of my heart, okay? I want to help the few of you out who are really struggling with this concept because I think it could really change your life. So some of you commented something along the lines of, bro, you're so dumb for not vetting your Shorts guy's titles, or, you know, vetting the shorts that your Shorts guy makes. It's like, obviously you should have been checking the Shorts guy's content. Why the fuck would you do that? Are you dumb? And oh my god. So first of all, I actually agree with you. I think that it was stupid of me to not check the Shorts guy's comments or the titles. You're right. But also, do you think I don't know that? Are you fucking serious? What the fuck do you think I am? Like, oh yeah, when I was working with the Shorts guy, I was thinking in my head, like, you know, these shorts that I'm losing money on and kind of making for basically the love of the game, I think that this is more important to me, and making sure that the Shorts guy gets to title it whatever he wants without me checking it. I think that's more important than having a creator code that nets me $2,000 to $3,000 a month forever for free. I think that's a great deal. That sounds awesome. I think I would love to make that decision. That is a decision that I am consciously choosing to make because I think it's a good one. You think that's what went through my fucking head? What the fuck? And this kind of gets at the fundamental point, I guess, that I want to get with this video. I understand, like, most people don't get this, okay? A few of you don't. It's really gonna help you. Understand the difference between evaluating a decision before versus after you see the outcome. I'll say that again. There's a difference between how you evaluate a decision before versus after the outcome. And to understand what I mean by that, let me give you an example. All right, I'm gonna take over from here because I think the chewing low-key takes away from this example a little bit. But the chewing will return, don't worry. So let's say you know this dumbass friend, you know, absolutely dopamine addicted, real scrolling, not me of course, but he's kind of got problems with assessing risk well. And one day your dumbass friend decides to go to the casino and drop $500 on a single pull on a slot machine, you know, and then ding, 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 dopamine, blah, blah, blah. And then after all the flashing lights go by and the spinning animation stops, your friend gets nothing. He's lost all $500 in one pull. And you look at that friend, that dumbass friend, you're like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you drop 500 on a slot? You don't even have that much money. Like, why are you dropping $500 on a slot machine? Like, every game at a casino already has bad odds. It's all favored for the casino, but especially the slot machine is way favored on the casino's end. They always make profit basically on slot machines. Why would you just willingly give $500 to some billionaire casino owner's pocket? Are you stupid? That's obviously a dumb decision. But let's say, what if your friend drops 500 on a slot machine and he hits that 0.0001% chance and hits it big? He gets fucking life-changing $5 million out of that. And he's one of the rare casino dwellers who actually leaves. He knows when to pull out, and he cashes all of that out, and he doesn't put anything more, and he just now has $5 million more than he had before. You know, when that happens, are you then going to turn around and tell your friend, oh my god, bro, you're a genius, great move, you are fucking so smart, your decision-making skills are just so good, everybody should go gamble on slot machines like you did to hit it big because it's just free money? Is that the answer? Is that the lesson that you're going to take away from that? Or is the lesson going to be your friend just got really fucking lucky on a bad call, on a objectively dumb decision? By hitting the other side of like a coin flip, that's 99.99999% chance you get fucked, and the 0.00001% chance that you hit it big, does that suddenly make your friend a genius? Or like, does it suddenly make his decision to drop $500 a good decision? No, it actually doesn't. It's still a bad decision. He just got really fucking lucky. But also, it's kind of hard to say that it's a bad decision, right? Because he did hit it big, and he did win $5 million and make life-changing money. He will never have to work a day again in his life for that bad decision. So it's kind of hard to like look at him pulling out all of his millions of dollars in casino winnings and be like, oh bro, you really shouldn't have done that. That was actually a bad decision. You don't know, like, their odds of that happening are so bad. You really should have never done that to begin with. Like, no one's gonna say that, obviously, because the outcome is good. But everybody knows that you shouldn't, drop $500 on a fucking slot machine. Just because your friend won, gambling doesn't suddenly become something that everyone should be doing. In life, most of the time, you won't know the outcome of a decision before you make it. Okay, and so to evaluate what is a good or a bad decision, we go by, whatever perceived probability of the outcome in the decisions that we make is. Like, if I choose to take a bite out of this fucking apple that I'm chewing on, okay, it's because I've taken multiple bites out of this apple, as you can see, and my perceived understanding is that, taking the bite out of this apple will be tasty. It'll be juicy, it'll be crunchy, it'll be sweet, it'll be enjoyable, a nice little snack that's full of antioxidants and whatever the fuck healthy bullshit that the government is trying to sell you in order to prevent you from eating what is truly healthy in life, which is raw milk and pounds of saturated fats. I have this perceived notion that the next bite of this apple will be good. But what if, let's say I take a bite out of this apple, and oh my god, there's a fucking worm in my apple. There's not one, but then there's a worm, half a worm is in my apple because I just bit the other half. And it's disgusting. I'm chewing, I'm like, gross. There was no way for me to know that though, It's like, it's unlucky. Like 99.99%, there's no fucking worm in this apple. And I'm safe to continue biting out of this apple until I finish the apple. 0.001% chance. Okay, there's some fucking disgusting thing and the next bite of my apple is gross. But when you look at that and say like, oh, you really shouldn't have taken that next bite out of your apple, you should have stopped at 11 bites. Like, obviously, Venom, you're so dumb for taking the next bite of the apple. I mean, look, you're chewing on a half a worm and you're grossed out. Like, why would you do that? No one would say that. That's a fucking stupid point. And the reason I'm saying this is like, when you look back at my shorts guy and the work that he's been doing so far, like, yes, I haven't been vetting the titles of the shorts or the video or the content of the shorts. Because, you know why? Because for the past, if you look back on all the shorts in the past 2 months or maybe 3 months, none of the titles are weird. They're all fine. All the titles are fine. And the videos themselves are, for the most part, fine. And, maybe some of them are a little bit weird because they clip a joke out of context or something. But like, it's the joke is mostly harmless anyways. I know because I made the joke. And there is a layer of trust that I have in the shorts guy, similar to me taking a bite out of my apple. He's not gonna clip in like a 5-second segment in a 30-second short that's just gore or like straight up porn, okay? And then I get my whole channel nuked. I don't expect him to do that because why the fuck would he? He hasn't shown any indication that he would. Like, the world is built on trust. You don't go to a car mechanic and give them your car and then, expect to come back and find the car fucking pulled apart and all the parts sold off to the highest bidder. You don't expect people to do that. You expect the world to generally function in a predictable manner based on previous data that you can base your decisions off of. That's just how every decision works. And I made the decision to trust the shorts guy. I did. And clearly, based on the outcome, I guess that was a wrong decision. But that doesn't make you some fucking genius for pointing that out. That like, oh, the outcome was bad, so you shouldn't have made that decision. It's like, no shit, Sherlock. Like, imagine tomorrow your friend that you've trusted for your whole life fucking stabs you to death. You die by 100 stab wounds to your friend. He kills you with a knife that he brought from, it's a kitchen knife that he brought from home in his backpack. And you're looking up from hell. Okay, you're burning in the pits of hell because turns out the correct religion was actually a religion that was founded 3,000 years ago and it has stopped any members from passing on its ideas. So everyone's fucked, and you're in hell and you're burning, and you're like looking up at the secular world, thinking like, man, I wonder what people are saying about my death. And all the comments are like, most of the comments are supportive. It's like, to be honest, they're like, oh man, it's such a sad, tragic event. But some of the comments you see are from these people who are like, oh, you really should have known not to trust your friend. It's your life. If I were you, I would have hung out with friends who I have done a psychological evaluation of to make sure they don't have any crazy ideas to kill you with. I personally take the effort to not hang out with anyone with kitchen knives in their home because I know that's a dangerous weapon and they could kill me. It's just such a ridiculous point. Like, obviously, if you could have chosen to not die, you would have done it. If you knew that your friend would have fucking killed you if you continue hanging out with him, then you wouldn't have hung out with him that day, or forever, I guess. But, you like, when you look at the outcomes, yes, we can all make the perfect decision, okay? If I knew that I would have lost my code from not vetting my shorts guys' titles that were mostly fine for the past 3 months, that's why I got the fucking code to begin with, okay? Then yes, I would have done it. But things were fine. It was fine. There was no problem until there was. And then by the time there was a problem, it was too late. That's why I feel like it's kind of unfair. It's like, fuck, man. And also, just to really quickly add on to that point, it's like, some people have been saying that, oh, you would have lost the code anyways. Like, it was kind of inevitable that you were going to lose it. Just based on the shit you say in your videos anyways. And maybe that's true. But you also don't know that, right? Like, who knows? Because the kind of what I said in my video yesterday was that I didn't really feel like I got dinged on the content of my videos that much. Like, yes, I was warned over things that I have been doing for a while and thought was okay to do just based on things that I've seen others do. And maybe that's my bad. Like, I maybe shouldn't be joking about the German chancellor from the bad guy, the World War II bad guy. I shouldn't joke about that, I suppose. And now I know. But it's just knowledge that I got a little too late. Like, believe me, you have no idea how many times I've thought about in the past 48 hours, like, fuck, man. It just, like, one thing was different. Things could have been so different. And the regret is, it's a unique type of regret that I hope you don't have to go through one day. Because it fucking sucks. And also, I left a comment on this too in my video, but like, just to clarify, so that we're all talking about the same thing here. People are talking about like, how do you not know to not joke about fucking World War II bad guy? I mean, World War II bad guy is such a clearly sensitive topic. And while I would kind of agree with that, actually, the joke that I made was something along the lines of, man, playing this brawler makes me feel like a bad person. I feel like name of bad guy. And then I continued on with whatever I was saying. That was the start and end of the whole. It was a name drop. Like, I'm not saying World War II bad guy is like a good guy. Like, shit, man. If I knew I was dealing with fucking Voldemort over here instead of, evil war criminal historical figure, maybe things would be different. And you want to know how many people pointed that joke out to me in the comments to that video, the Mr. P video that I originally made, and said like, yo, bro, you shouldn't say that. No, dude, stop. That's fucked up. Ooh, you gotta say what on that topic. 0 people. But the point that I made in my actual video from, talking about when I lost the code yesterday, was that it wasn't about the joke. It's not actually about the joke. It's about putting weird shit in the title. And I know that. You're not treading new ground here, buddy. When you say like, oh, Bedlam, you really should have vetted all these shorts before. You should check the titles. You're right. Like, yeah, I should have. Like, the guy who dies to his friend, he should have not trusted that friend. That's true. He should have fucking tried to look for signs in his friend to see if he's fucking crazy. And if it really did came out of the blue and you had no way to know, then he still should have, he should have not hung out with him that day, or like done something else, or like you called the police. In the same way that you right now watching this video, you should have invested in Bitcoin 10 years ago. You should have invested in Nvidia before they went big. You should have put $500 in a slot machine at the exact perfect time to where the slot machine would have paid out the next winner. You should have done that. Well, so why? Why didn't you? Why aren't you doing that right now? Because that's not how decisions are made in the world. We don't make decisions with knowledge of the fucking future, bitch. Oh man. Wait, I've been biting away at this apple for so long, I literally have started biting into the core and that is seeds exposed. That's unlucky. That's actually unlucky. And as I already said in the video, I accept the responsibility for the outcome, okay? Even though it's unlucky, it's a risk that it's a decision that I took, and ultimately the fallback on it does fall on me. You're right. And I shouldn't have trusted the shorts guy. You're right about that too. You guys are also right. Fucking golf claps to you. You fucking brilliant mind. Fuck me. And I think it like makes sense, this tendency or like bias, I guess you could say, to like view decisions from that lens of like being very outcome oriented in like retrospecting decisions as good or bad. But understand that that's actually a bad way to look at things. Like, you should evaluate the world and the decisions you can make based on information that you have at the time. And one of the information that you won't have at the time is the outcome. You won't know what the outcome is, but you still should make decisions based on, you know, the knowledge that you have or know. And everyone does this already. It's just, I think, to retrospect on a bad decision, like let's say you ask some girl out and you use like some cheesy pickup line or something, and the girl says no, and you're heartbroken. You're like, fuck, I just got rejected. That fucking sucks. That's embarrassing. That's cringe. I shouldn't have asked her out or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you start thinking all these things. But like, what if that girl just, you know, happened to be gay? Or what if that girl was like the fucking one girl out of all the girl in your school who actually doesn't like cheesy pickup lines? Like, maybe everyone else really liked that cheesy pickup. It was a good ass line, dude. But like, if you only evaluate decisions that you make based on the outcome, you actually won't have a good understanding of how to make good decisions in the future. Like, maybe the next 3 or 4 or 5 girls that use that same cheesy pickup line, it would actually work on, you know? You don't know. And yes, it's also true that, you know, maybe the outcome does reveal something about your decision. Like, maybe you had a misunderstanding of the probability, you know, maybe the cheesy pickup line, it really is too cheesy and it won't work on anyone, and you probably scrap that and fix on it. The point is, when you evaluate decisions that you make in your life, okay, don't just look at the outcome. It's not about the outcome. To like truly objectively evaluate a decision as good or bad, you need to go back in the mind state that the decision maker was in when they made a decision, and think like, okay, based on all the possible knowledge that they could have possibly known, could they have known what the outcome would be? Like, was there a way to avoid the outcome that was bad? You know, is there some actual way that they could have reasonably known that this was a bad thing and like stopped the outcome from happening that was bad? And like, sometimes it's yes, you know, maybe there's like known that the shorts guy's titles would be skewing more unhinged. Maybe there was some knowledge that I should have known. But like I said, I mean, I had the same conversation with the shorts guy before about making the titles more normal, and he did that. And we were clean for 2 months, man. I don't know what to tell you. We were clean for months. We were fine. Everything's cool. I'm done with this apple. I should stop biting it. I'm just doing it for the fucking, because it's there now and I want something to chew on while I think and ponder. It's just unlucky. I mean, that's kind of my takeaway, was that it's unlucky. And yes, I shouldn't have done it or trusted that or, you know, done whatever that got the code removed. I shouldn't have done those things. Yes, that's true. Obviously, I don't want the code removed, and if it did get removed, then whatever made it get removed, I shouldn't have done it. You're so right. You guys are so smart. I know that, and I've been thinking about my state of mind, and even my shorts guy state of mind, and the states of mind of the guy who demoted me, and the states of mind of, you know, Danny from Super. Listen, I am pretty good, I think, at course correcting when a bad decision is made and making sure that it doesn't happen again. Kind of just be like more aware of certain indicators and like, yeah, this is what I've been doing for the past, you know, 2 days. But sometimes bad outcomes happen from good decisions, and sometimes decisions that you think are good are actually bad, and then bad outcomes happen. And sometimes good things happen from bad decisions, and, you know, vice versa and everything and all that. And you guys probably get the point. I'm not going to keep beating this dead horse or taking bites out of a finished apple. I guess the point is, you know, when one day you make a decision and it doesn't go how you thought it would, I just hope that you don't only evaluate that decision from the outcome, and try to give an honest shake at understanding that decision, because it will help you understand the world better. It'll help you understand why people make decisions that they do better. It'll help you better predict outcomes than, oh shit. It'll help you better predict outcomes from, I just dropped an apple seed, because I've been shaking this apple around as I'm speaking and I don't know where it went. Fuck, dude. What if an apple starts growing on my mouse pad? It'll help you better predict decisions that others make. That'll help you in your life, I'm sure. And while it might be tempting to only evaluate decisions based on the outcome, humans in general are just really prone to that kind of thinking and justifying anything that happens in life with some explanation that might not always be true. But that can actually lead you down the wrong path and make you more inaccurate than you might think. And I know that some of you who left those comments like you should have done this, you should have done that, are trying to be helpful genuinely, and you think you're you're being like, your way of showing support to me is by trying to mansplain to me what I'm doing wrong. I get that. I understand. And I know it doesn't come from a bad place. Just understand that, one, I already know. Obviously, everybody knows that when a bad thing happens, that's bad. Fun fact. But just be aware that it's a lot harder to know the outcome before it actually happens. And that's why nobody is immune to bad decisions. Everyone has different understandings of probabilities of outcomes for different things. And one day you're going to make a bad decision too, thinking it's a good one, or even just a neutral one, to be honest. And when that happens, I hope you have, one, the support system that you need to get you through it, because it fucking sucks when you make a neutral decision and bad outcomes happen from it. That fucking blows, man. Trust me, I know. But also, I hope you remember this video and come away from that whole fallout more wise than before. And who knows, maybe that'll help you make some better decisions one day. I don't know, that's gonna be it for me. I don't know if I'm gonna post this. Thanks for the support. I need to go to the gym. I'm gonna go back to taking my break, my vacation, and moping around. See ya. Bye. Love you. As always. Fuck you!